What are your action steps? What is your plan, right? And the thing is, with attainable, you can always go back and look at him. Okay, so I see this, like I see plan A didn't work. Okay, so I'm going to go to plan B now, right? And I'm going to do that, right? So that's what you would want to do. And then for realistic, obviously it has to make sense, right? It has to be a goal. So you can't say you're gonna come into the business in like 3 months and say, okay, I'm gonna hit a chairman position in 3 months, right? And that wouldn't make sense. Like it would ideally it wouldn't be possible with the amount of people you need to sign up, right? Or your group would have to have underneath them, right? So that so obviously that's not realistic. So you want to have a goal that makes sense, right? So like going back to my original example, when I'm saying if you want to reach chairman or chairwoman by, let's say, December, right, or October, September, that's a more realistic goal, right? Because you have time to achieve it, right? You have more time to get people under your business. You have time to help build up other people around your business, right? So that obviously would make more sense. And then the last one would be time sensitive, right? Time sensitive also goes back, also relates to everything. So like time sensitive, you want to make sure you have your goal written out. You want to make sure that you have the date and time planned out, right? And so it also relates back to specific. So like I was saying, you want to make sure you reach chairman by a certain date and time, right? And if you don't reach it, that's fine, right? Because you still have your goals planned out. You still have the example. You still know what to do, right? Then you know there's action steps that you need to take in order to achieve that goal, right? So like I'm saying, it's possible to reach the top, but you just got to make sure you have plans, right? You got to make sure you have action steps. You got to make sure that you always go over your goals like every day. So you want to make sure, okay, I hit this goal today. I learned a new training today. Okay, I hit a new position today. When you hit a new position, write it down, right? To see if see if it's making sense to you on what you're doing. And yeah, that's pretty much it. What I have planned, right? So I'll give it back to you, Sharice.
Awesome, awesome. I really appreciate you. Thank you. So just to kind of go over and reiterate what you just talked on. So we have basically SMART goals, which is an acronym. First of all, yes, some fireballs in the chat, some gems. Let's just hype up the chat real quick for Rob, right?
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. I'm actually really nervous. I'm like, God,
Honestly, you ran.
I hate public speaking. Honestly, I hate public speaking. Even when I have to do this as my job, I hate public speaking. It's
Well,
just not me.
you did it. You honestly, you did it, and you're getting uncomfortable, and that's the first step to truly reaching your success is getting outside your comfort zone. So honestly, like I didn't even notice, really and truly. If you didn't say nothing, I'd be like, all right, you're lit. Like you came out ready with the SMART goals, and you just you share the gems, and I smooth, like smooth. You're good. I really appreciate you. So just to reiterate what you had said. So you have specific. Um, Specific is basically like deciding exactly what it is that you want to get done, right?
Yes.
Um, being like setting up your goals and setting up the destination of like where you want to go and like having a clear cut like plan of what it is that you want to do and how you're going to achieve it, right?
Yeah.
Have measurable, which is basically refreshing the time. You said time frame. So like you're kind of gauging how long it's going to take for you to attain that goal, correct?
Yes.
Okay, cool. All right. How long? I'm just taking my notes, right? Then you have a table, which is like how easy is it like able, well not easy, but how are you able to achieve it? Like how are you going to
Yeah.
get it done, kind of thing? Okay, cool. And then obviously you can go back and like track your success as well, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, and then we have realistic. One thing I actually wanted to speak on in terms of realistic, you mentioned, hitting chairman in 3 months is unrealistic. I'm gonna be honest, it's happened multiple times. It's happened multiple times, and
I
um,
never know.
That's okay. No, it's all good. Like, we're all here to learn and everything, right? But definitely, like, setting realistic goals is gonna help you. Like there's context that you can put to it, right? So setting realistic goals. Let's just say you're setting goals for today, right? Like, I'm not gonna set a goal of today and say, oh, I'm gonna hit P5000 today. That is not unrealistic. You know what I mean? But if you're looking at like long term, you do want to actually set unrealistic goals as well, because that way it's going to actually push you to do unrealistic things and propel you forward to actually, kind of quantum leap you there. You know what I mean? It's one of those where you have to have faith in your work, right? Not you don't necessarily need to know how it's going to be done, but just know that it's going to be done, right? Yeah, there's a couple of chairmen that hit chairman in about three to 4 months. Imran Ritchie was one. Um, Knowledge Smith, I think, was one. Jalen Goss is one. And I think Nico hit his in 4 months as well. But basically, it's one of those where for you to attain that goal, you really have to like have a solid game plan and follow through and understand that these chairmen are running on a time that's not normal to the average person. The average person needs to take breaks. The average person needs to take rests. The average person needs to, have a day for themselves, whatever they do. And these are guys that are working around the clock, like nonstop. You know what I mean? So, but yes, in terms of like a daily, weekly thing, yeah, you want to have realistic goals so that you're not doing anything too far fetched to the point where now you're overwhelming yourself, right? But if you do have these goals where you're constantly hitting every day, every week, you build that confidence and you breed that obsession of like, okay, I got this done, I got that done, I got this done. Now you're more inclined to continue to do it, right? And then over a span or over a time period, like you said, measurable, having a time frame of how long it's going to get done, yeah, in about 3 to 4 months of consistently doing what it is that you do every single day, it's definitely possible. If you used to think that you can hit it in 6 weeks, yeah, honestly, right? But yes, it needs to make sense. Like, I can't say, oh, I'm going to be a millionaire next month. Technically, I can, but I'm going to have to bend over backwards and do backflips and like round offs with like no hands. I can't do that. Right? It's definitely a process that you have to grow with when you move in this space. And then the R is realistic, and then T was time.
Yeah.
Time and date. So you're being specific to when you want to hit that goal. So now you have a target to like track your success, correct?
Exactly.
And then one thing I've noticed, especially with me, whenever I set my goals, I tend to always move my date, right, instead of changing my work ethic. And that's something that I'm still, looking to work on every single day, is changing the way I move within my space instead of continuously pushing back my date. You know what I mean? So I know that's definitely one thing when it comes to time. Is okay, I'm gonna hit this thing by this date. Didn't get it done. I'm gonna hit this by this date. And it's not necessarily like if you don't get it done by that date, then you do it again. No, it's just more so. All right, I need to pick up the work. I need to pick up the pace. If I really want to hit this goal by this date, I need to do more. Right? What am I doing with my day that's not going to help me get to that goal? Right? What are some things that I can sacrifice that's going to allow me to put some more work towards the goal that I'm trying to achieve, or that's going to help me grow towards that goal, right? It could be something as simple as reading 10 pages of a book every single day to help your mindset development, right? That is going to help build you into that person that you need to be. Remember, we talked about it yesterday, right? Your money's gonna meet you where you're at, right? Let's just say you have that moment where you've made like 10 grand, but you don't have that mindset to keep 10 grand, right? Then it's gonna get to that point where that 10 grand is gonna come back and meet you. Maybe you drop it all the way back down to 2 grand, 1 grand, right? So yeah, reading every single day to grow and develop and have that different thinking, have that different way of delivery, expanding your mind. Because remember, your mind is like a t-shirt, right? Once you overly stretch it, it's not going to shrink back to its original size naturally, right? So you want to always continue to stretch your mind and grow and develop yourself to say, okay, cool. I'm going to make sure that I'm moving within my space every single day. I'm doing something to get 1% better, and doing that by this date, I should be 10% better, 20% better, 50%, 100%. 365 days later, you should be 65% better. This is why people are having quantum leaps in this business, right? Speaking of quantum leaps, shout out to Mr. Nathan Samuel. He just smacked Chairman 250. Can we get some fireballs and some gems in the chat from Mr. Nathan Samuel? Just a quick story. I joined this business when Nathan Samuel was a Platinum 2000, guys. Platinum 2000. And I mean, it makes me sick the fact that I've watched him go all the way up to 250, but it's also such a humbling sight to see, because it's like, I literally watched him grow. I literally watched him, you know, pedal to the metal, back against the wall every single day, riding out for his team, riding out for his family, riding out for anybody who's there for him. And I know, because personally, he has reached out to me. He has helped me personally with certain things, right? So he's definitely that, he exemplifies those leadership roles. He exemplifies those attributes of a great leader, you know, being there for his family, doing this and doing that, right? He came out here to the Toronto event for us at Chairman 100, right? I'm at a loss for words, because without Nathan, I would not be where I am today. Just watching him do what he does, you know, tapping into the way he speaks, the way he carries himself, the way he moves within these spaces, the way he's grown and developed as a person. It's pushed me to continue to do the same thing. It's pushed me to continue to do more. It's pushed me to want to be a better person for myself, so that I can also have the same impact that he has. Chairman 250, guys, come on, I need some more fire in the chat, y'all. Are y'all awake? Are you guys awake? I just want to know. We got 21 in the chat. Who's up? Who's awake? Who's fired up? Who's fired up? Talk to me, talk to me, talk to me. Let's get some fire in the chat for Mr. Nathan Samuel. Let's get some fire in the chat for us. Let's get some fire in the chat for the fact that we have the same opportunity to do the same thing. Guys, he came out the hood. There was no special handouts. There was no favoritism. He came out the hood and just worked, and worked. You just gotta work, pedal to the metal, right? Make it about the impact. Once you make it about the impact, it will come a lot faster. Look how many chairmen and chairwomen that he's popped. Look at how many chairmen and chairwomen he's popped in the last month, in the last 2 months, right? Gotta get it out the mud. This is literally our run. The run to chairman is literally going to be the hardest part of your journey. The run to chairman is going to be the hardest part of your journey, right? And the crazy thing is, it gets harder, but it also gets easier, because now you have a group of people, a solid foundation, and it starts with calls like these, right? To be honest, our morning recap call started with 6 people. 6 people, guys. 5 people, 6 people. And we are now at 21. Glory to God, right? All praise. We're growing and we're growing. And then one day these calls are going to max out 100 people. Then we're going to have to get the 500 link. And then one day those calls are going to max out 500 people. And then we're going to have to get the 1,000 link. And then one day those calls are going to max out, right? And then one day we're going to have the 3K link. Come on, talk to me. Let's go, guys. I'm pumped. I'm excited. And just understand that it's possible. It's most definitely possible. We're literally just like here in the beginning of our journey, right? There's so much more that we have to accomplish. There is so much more growth that we have to do. There are so many more lives that we have to impact that I can't stop. I will never stop. I already said it yesterday. I want that impact like Kobe. When Kobe passed, it shook the entire world. The entire world. Kobe fan or not, that's the kind of impact I want, right? God forbid anything happens to these chairmen, people are going to be hurt. People are going to be butt hurt because they've actually opened up the doors for other people to live successful lives, to set themselves free, right? They've opened up pathways for them to not have to rely on anybody else to live. They've opened up pathways to help their families out, right? They've opened up pathways to create success for others. Once you do that, once you help people, and once you become that person of increase, and now you're uplifting people, like you will gain that respect, you will gain that love, you will gain that appreciation, and people will forever be in debt, right? And I'm the type of person where I don't look for anything in return. I genuinely want to know that I can help you grow, right? I can personally help you become a better person, right? If I may, just because she's in the camera right now, I just want to speak on Ebony real quick in terms of like growth and things. I met her in the restaurant. Well, actually, our childhood goes way back. We're long lost sisters. We're not gonna talk about it. But I personally met her in our workplace, and from the person who she was, always a beautiful, sweet girl, right? But very, very shy, very to herself. It presented her with an opportunity to try out in the pageant, right? I worked alongside with her during her competing days. We worked on her talent. She won best talent. Just, working on her, like, becoming that best person, that best version of herself, and having that confidence. Just hold your head high, right? And just seeing her I get chills talking about it, because I see her get into modeling, and I see her stepping up in the business. And then she came to me and said, hey, I'm ready to do a webinar. I need to run. I'm not trying to get left behind. And I promise you, like just the growth and getting uncomfortable and just watching somebody growing, knowing that you're helping somebody become a better version of themselves, like that alone does it for me. That alone does it for me, right? That's why I say I want the impact like Kobe, man. You know how many lives he's impacted that he's never even met or touched ever? And I was talking about it last night, right? He wasn't even the best player, right? It took one game for him to not score any points as a child, for him to breed that obsession of, I need to get this done. I'm going to be the best ball player. I'm going to make sure that I make it all the way. Kobe is so detailed that he would spend an entire year practicing left-hand dribbling. He would spend an entire year practicing right-hand dribbling. He would spend an entire year doing left-hand layups, an entire year doing right-hand layups. Focus, like real focus, to really pinpoint and strengthen his skills, right? He'd be in the gym 2 hours before a game, putting up 800 shots, made shots before a game. That type of dedication, right? That type of bending over backwards, right? That type of work ethic you want to put in to make sure that you're going to achieve the success that you desire, right? And going back to Nate Samuel now, he exemplifies that. Many of the chairmen do. But I speak to him specifically just because, like I said, if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be in this business anymore. There was a time where, we were kind of left out in the water, but with him and his mentorship kind of allowed me to, like, you know what? I see what I can do with this. Not because, whatever happened. I see what I can do with this. I see where I'm going to go with this. So I'm going to stay. I'm going to study. I'm going to watch. I'm going to keep tapping into these calls. I'm going to keep listening to my leaders. I'm going to keep applying the information, right? I'm going to keep working on developing myself as a person. I'm going to keep making sure that I'm getting 1% better every single day, right? And day after day after day, once you just keep putting the work in, you have that faith, it's going to happen. It's going to happen for you, right?
Hey, Reese, sorry. Can you spotlight yourself?
Oh, yeah, we good.
Yeah, you could.
But I was saying, I'm going to put in that work every single day. I'm going to make sure that I have my back against the wall. I'm going to make sure that I'm here for you guys. I'm helping whoever calls me. That's why I always say, guys, use your resources. I'm not that leader to say, hey, call me whenever you need me, and then when you call me, I'm not there. No, if you guys know, when you call me, I'm there. So call me, talk to me, right? Obviously, I'm not here to baby you guys, but I'm going to make sure I give you the necessary tools for you to eat. I'm going to make sure I give you the necessary information for you guys to be successful, right? I'm going to make sure that you guys are becoming your leads. You guys are developing yourselves. You guys are becoming the best versions of yourselves, so that you can also be self-sufficient, so that you can do it for yourself, so that you don't have to rely on anybody else. You can become versatile, right? We were speaking yesterday. There was a group of us, and we talked about strengthening certain skill sets that we already have. And I spoke about it yesterday as well. You want to strengthen the skill sets that you already have, and then work on the ones that you don't have. Work on strengthening the ones that you don't have, which is why I always say you got to show up, speak in the chats. We learn from each other, right? I learned about SMART goals just now from Rob, right? I learned about chart markups from Naquana, right? Y'all know I'm here with the mindset gems. I love talking to y'all. It's beautiful. I'm all about perspective, right? Understand that you're not in business for yourself. Sorry, you're not in business by yourself. You're in business for yourself, but not by yourself, right? So there's going to be other people within this space that have gems that you don't have skill sets that you don't have, right? So you want to make sure that you're gaining and you're learning and we're growing together. That's why it's so important to have a strong, solid foundation. That's why it's so important to get to know each other. That's why it's so important to pick up the phone and understand where people come from and what they're going through, right? To build that better bond and connection, right? Because then perspective is going to allow you to understand why they do the things that they do, why they think the way that they think, why do they move the way that they move. You know what I mean? Why they grind as hard as they grind. Right? Getting to know somebody. Guys, at the end of the day, it's deeper than the business. It's deeper than the business. We are here for a bigger purpose. We are all human. We all have emotions. We all go through things. Yes, you are not the only one that is struggling. You are not the only one that's going through your trials and your tribulations. You're not the only one that feels that you're stagnant. You're not the only one that's hitting stop loss. You're not the only one that's blowing your account. We are all here together, right? We are all in the same space. We all understand. But understand also that we all have the potential to hit C250. We all have the potential to hit chairman. We all have the potential to hit C500 like Bryce Thompson, right? And what did they do? They stuck together. They were each other's support system. They were each other's backbones, right? They were each other's nurturers. They were each other's, I'm not going to say lovers, but lovers, right? Sharing love within each other because, you know, you may feel like it's being lacked in other places, right? Look, they're each other's shoulder to cry on, right? Build that foundation, build that connection. The stronger the foundation, the deeper the roots, the better the growth. The stronger the growth, the more the flower pops and blossoms, right? Love you, Dom. Right? So we need to continue to move together within this space. That's why I always say, guys, for anybody who's willing to step up, for anybody who wants to get uncomfortable, for anybody who's looking to run within this business, for anybody who's looking to build in this space, these calls are open for you, right? You don't have to be ranked at all. I'm here to give you guys an opportunity to get uncomfortable and grow, because you're not going to grow if you don't try it, if you don't work on it. And I'm using try in context. Don't come for me. Okay? You're not going to grow if you don't.
Okay.
You're not going to grow if you don't put the attempt in to actually get on a training and get uncomfortable, right? How do you know that? Yes, it's one thing to take in the information and know it for yourself, but it's another way. But it's another thing to actually deliver it to somebody else. There are many people who there are many people who don't learn the same, right? You gotta be able to talk to every single type of person. You gotta be able to know how to communicate with every single type of person. Okay, I'll do the push-ups. Fine, whatever. I'll give y'all 5. I'll do it later.
Right now.
Right now? Not me, man.
I still owe
Yo,
20.
let's go.
Hop on this and do
Rob,
mine.
fix her form. Get off of mute. Ah.
Oh,
Ooh,
she's lying. She's lying.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Go.
Don't play with me.
Okay, let's go.
Don't play. I got me all scared and hot now. Damn. Jesus. All right. Just know, if any of y'all slip, is Jaden on this call? He still owes me push-ups. If any of y'all slip, just saying. Yes, Nikwan, I need to see your video. Any of y'all slip, I'm calling all y'all out. But back to what I was saying. I don't even remember what I was saying. Oh my goodness. Someone reminded me. Where was I at? Y'all can't be sidetracking me like that, man.
Our strengths and weaknesses and
Yes.
leveraging each other.
Yes. Building that bond, building that connection, building that solid foundation. That's what the chairman and chairwoman are doing. Why do you think that you always see the everybody in the pad? Everybody, like 5, 6, 10 of them are in Launchpad, and that's just Launchpad. Think about Bryce Thompson's crib. Think about Ian Jackson's crib. Think about Jay Stu's crib. Actually, Ian is with. They're all with each other. They all literally live in the same area. They look at each other's penthouses from like their windows and shit. Like, guys, we need that. We need that. I want to be able to like, oh, there's Ebony. What up, Dom? Yo, Mel, you get it, sis? Like, we need that, right? That's the type of time when we're on. But understand that living together and being together, which is why I mentioned, like, why are you not on this call? Anyways, that's why I mentioned when we do our Toronto link up that, you know, I was trying to say, like, let's kick it for a week, right? Let's kick it for a week. I don't know why this thing is trying to open right now. That's not a thing, right? Because I'm like, okay, let's all sit in the same environment, learn from each other, live with each other, grow with each other, right? Launch together, learn together. Guys, I understand that when Mel and I went to Texas, the family environment is so different when you're actually living in the same space with everybody that's doing the same thing, right? I wake up, and people are already on the phone launching, or already on the phone trainings, right? People are already up talking to prospects. People are already getting people into their business, right? That's the type of energy, and we want to duplicate success, right? We all want to do the same things, and understand it's pressure. When you're in the house by yourself, you're not pressured to do what these chairmen and chairwomen are doing, right? But understand that once you wake up in the same space and you're just waking up and everybody's already working around you, you're like, oh shoot, I need to do something. Oh shoot, I need to get up and work. Oh shoot, let me call somebody. Oh guys, I was calling somebody just to call somebody because I'm like, yo, I don't have a call right now. Like, so I'm doing it on the phone. But the pressure is real. The pressure is so real that once you start to take it seriously, then you Mel, you know. Once you start to take it seriously, you actually are like putting in the work and actually launching and you like getting the thing done. I've seen how many people actually leveled up while we were in Texas. We spent 4 days in Texas. People leveled up while we were there just because everyone was working and grinding so hard, right? Whenever Biba does his calls, he's never alone. His room is full of people. You want to hang around the people that are running around with you, that are doing the same thing as you, right? So that you can get that energy, get that vibe. Because now it's like, oh, you're doing that? All right, let me do something. Let me do that. Let me get on the phone, right? I go outside on the balcony, someone's on the phone. All right, cool. I go downstairs, somebody's on the phone. All right, cool. I go up to the top, somebody's on the phone. Somebody's giving a training. And go into the kitchen, morning motivation. It's literally just going to give you that push and that drive to see, you know what? Nah, I could literally be doing more with my day, right? It's easier together than trying to do this alone. Real spit, right? People, Vic, P5000 Vic, in the closet, guys. In the closet of the kitchen. Remember, first of all, there was 26 people in this crib. First of all, everybody was sleeping everywhere. We're not gonna talk about it. But in the closet, in the kitchen, launching all weekend. You didn't see him unless we were going out or unless we had a team meeting. I'm walking around, where's Vic? He's in the closet, on his laptop, on the phone. Walking around a couple hours later, where's Vic? Still in the closet, on his phone. Walking around, where's Vic? He's outside launching on his phone, right? It makes you uncomfortable once you see people around you doing more than what you do, right? It makes you so uncomfortable when people are running harder than you, because now you're like, oh, I need to catch up. I gotta do more. I'm not trying to get left behind. I look like I'm not doing nothing. Like, let me pick up my pace. Let me make sure that I'm adding my value to my team. Let me make sure I'm checking up on people, right? It's okay, once in a while I'll call somebody here, call somebody there. I think I did a quick training, but nothing major, right? To be honest, Mel and I went to Texas, and I want to say Mel and maybe 2 or 3 other people were the only active ones on my team. That was back in January, right? If I'm going to be fully transparent. So it's not like I had a whole bunch of you guys to call, right? It was we weren't as big as we are now. And that also gave me that hunger and that drive to be like, nah, like I need more. I need more. Blaze literally woke up launching, went to bed launching, half asleep, wake up middle of the night launching, back to sleep. Like, guys, like, you don't understand the type of work that a lot of these people put in will literally put us all to shame. All of us, including me, including the hardest runner in this group, put us all to shame, right? It all comes down to, how bad do you want it? What are you really doing this for? What is your why? I asked you guys yesterday to write down your why on a piece of paper and read it to yourselves every single day. What is your why, right? Does that why drive you to keep going? Does that why drive you to not give up? Does that why drive you to putting your best foot forward? Does that why give you that push and that umph and that turning in your stomach, knowing that you can't help who you want to help, knowing that you can't do what you want to do? Does that why kick you in your ass to say, get up and put the work in? Why are you sleeping? You don't have time to sleep. Yes, we want to sleep. I'm just putting it into perspective, right? You don't have time to play video games. You don't have time to watch Netflix. You ain't got time. Online shopping. Hello? Oh, you're rich. Oh, okay. Cute. You're chairman money. Cute. All right, bet. No. How bad do you really want this? Right? How many times do you have to get knocked down? How many times do you have to fall flat on your face? How many times do you have to get beat up for you to finally be like, you know what? Let me run. You know what? Let me take this more seriously. You know what? Let me put a little bit more effort into it. Just a little bit more effort, guys, right? 21 days to build a habit, 90 days to build a lifestyle. Same thing backwards. Take 21 days to break a habit, 90 days to fully get rid of it. 3 months of not doing something, you're good. You don't have to worry about it. Yes, it can creep up on you, but you have enough strength and resilience to say, nah, I got rid of you already. Sorry, boo. Don't need you no more. You don't belong here anymore. I've grown out of this, right? It's like when you transition from high school to college. Not many people make that transition. People in their 30s and 40s have not made their transition out of high school. Ooh. Sorry. Right? But it's like having that transition of going from high school to college and realizing the real world is real. The real world will kick you in your ass. The real world will tear you apart if you're not prepared to handle it. If you're not prepared to move within this space with grace and with courage and with strength and with power, right? Understand that you have full control. You have full control of your reality. Everything has happened to you. The majority of things that have happened to you is because of your decisions. The majority, maybe not all, right? But for the things that have happened to you that you do not have control of, you have control of how you react to those situations. At the end of the day, you have control. If you choose to react, if you choose to get hot, if you choose to get heated, if you choose to get upset, you allowed yourself to get upset. You allowed yourself to get heated. You allowed yourself to get hot. You allowed yourself for that person or that situation to get to you. Nah, baby, you better than that. Nah, baby, hold your head up high. King, queen, you better. Hold your standards high. Don't let those little things get to you. That's beneath you. That's not worth your energy. Anything that has to pull you down is not worth your energy. Put yourself up on that pedestal. Put yourself up on that pedestal, and anybody who needs to get to you has to climb their way up. And remember, you're at the top, so you can literally be like, kick, shove, dust it off. You choose who you allow to get to you. You would choose what situations you allow to get to you, right? Only the chosen ones. We exclusive. This is a 5-star business. You got to treat yourself as a 5-star upstanding person, like a king, like a queen. Hold your head up. Don't talk down on yourself. Watch the way you speak to yourself. The word, excuse my French, but the word bitch is no longer in my vocabulary. You don't catch me saying that word.
I would like to just throw that out there. I so hate that word. I do not say it. Don't care for it. You won't disrespect me.
The chairman chat of Victorious, and I sat to myself, I'm like, nah, sis, you can't. No, queen, replace the word. Right? Get up, queen, not get up, bitch. No, get up, queen. You got it. Lift yourself up. Become that person of increase. Once you start to talk down on yourself, and it's literally just the smallest things, right? Understand that if we're going to become, and not if we are going to become, we are all leaders in our own sense, right? We all have that leadership on the internal of us, right? Whether it's within this space or whether it's literally just being that leader for your family, right? We all have a leadership role to play somewhere, somehow, right? So you gotta look at the people that are watching you. You gotta look at the people who are looking up to you. You gotta look at the people who believe in you and who are copying you. If you're calling yourself a bitch and this and that and nigga this, nigga, like, excuse my French, guys, but what do you think the people that are looking up to you are gonna do? Right? They're gonna do the same thing. Dom, yes, you, and I call you on it every time, bro. Sis, queen, sorry. See, I call her on it every time because like, no, speak better. Nah, I look like crap. Nah, stop it. No, you don't. No, you don't. I don't care if you're fresh face, no makeup, bumming around in track pants and a t-shirt. You're beautiful. Kings, I don't care if y'all don't have a lineup. Y'all are handsome. Come on now. Come on now. Pick up yourself. Y'all gonna mess around and figure out who you are around me. Y'all can't talk down on yourselves around me. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. Right? And I catch myself slipping too. There's many times I've caught myself slipping. It's like, all right, fix up. I've stopped saying the B word because I don't like it. What happened? No. Hey, sis. Hey, queen. What's up? Right? The N word, I slip a here and there. A little bit. It's a paradigm you're trying to break. It's a habit you're trying to break. It's something that was built into you that you have to undo, right? It takes practice. It takes practice, but you've got to catch yourself in the act and literally call yourself out. Like, if you hear yourself say it, even if you say it in your head, you know how many times I've had like thoughts, negative thoughts in my head, and I have to tell myself out loud, nah, queen, stop thinking like that. Stop thinking like that. I had to hear myself say, stop thinking like that. I had to hear myself say, you can speak to yourself better than that. Y'all ever have a conversation with yourself in the mirror and actually speak to yourself in the mirror? You have to. You have to do it. Rebuke it. Rebuke the negative energy. Rebuke the negative words. Rebuke the negative mindset altogether. We are going to a place that we are going to stand above all of it. Rebuke those who don't value you. Rebuke those who disrespect you. You don't want any of that. Rebuke anybody who doubts you. I don't want it. Keep it. Take it and go. I don't need it. Don't need it. Y'all, I'm hot. Today's Thursday already. Saturday, we are having our online event. The thing is, in your mind is in the past version of you. You know what? I'm gonna bring that up. The compartmentalizing yourself into three spots, right? You have your past you, the present you, and the future you. Shout out Marlon. He taught me that yesterday. Past you, present you, and future you, right? The past you obviously has, past history, whatever the case is. And mind you, it's all going to be good and bad. When you go through life, you take the good and you leave the bad, right? You learn from the bad and you take the good, right? Look at your past achievements. You want to take those with you. Look at your downfalls and you want to leave those alone. Look at your bad habits and leave those alone, right? Your present you is always going to look to your future you for that help. It's going to look to that future you for some more guidance, for some help, for that growth, for that help. Because essentially, you want to grow into that future you. You want to grow into that future person. So whenever you have those issues, whenever you have those setbacks, those trials, those upset days, those down days, use your future you to console who you are. I'm sure none of us have a future us that's going to be detrimental to who we are. That's gonna degrade our name. None of us have a future us that's gonna be like, yeah, I'm gonna make sure that your life is terrible. I'm gonna make sure that you don't get to prosper. No, our future us is always gonna be somebody of increase, somebody that we wish to become a better version of, somebody who we've never experienced before, right? So you want to look to that future you to for that comfort, to say, you know what, I'm coming. Just give me some strength. Give me some. What do I need to do? What do I need to do to get to where you are? Help me grow to who you are, right? Then you got to channel who your future you is and bring him here now, bring her here now. Act as her now, act as him now, and watch how fast that future you comes into play. Watch how fast that future you will come into the physical. And the joke is, guys, there will always be a past you and there will always be a future you. You're always looking to gravitate forward, right? By the time we hit chairman, chairwoman, that's not going to be the end of it. What's next? What am I going to do after that? Where are we going? C500? Boom, let's get it done. C500 done, smack. Let's just say 2 years from now, guys, we're all C500. 2 years. With the momentum that we have, 2 years from now, we're all C500, right? After that, what's next? The majority of us are still going to be in our 20s. The majority of us are still going to be in our 20s 2 years from now, 3 years from now, 5 years from now. So what's next? We still have a whole life to live ahead of us, right? Where are we going to go next? What's going to be that next space? What's going to be that next endeavor? What's going to be the next thing to carry me up? Look at David Imanitie. David Imanitie is going to touch his first billion this year. Don't play. He started Believe Nation. Don't play, right? He hit Chairman 500. He's helped thousands and thousands and thousands of lives, right? That must be a past version of you, of me in a different lifetime, because sometimes
do it. Don't read that out loud.
I'm just yeah.
No, my thoughts be scaring the shit out of me sometimes. I'll be like, oh hell no.
Don't even plant it. When the thoughts start to creep in, nah, put yourself into that happy space. Take yourself out of those negative thoughts and think about, where am I going to be in the future? What is going to make me happy in the future? How many lives am I going to help in the future? Whose life am I going to better? Who am I going to save? What am I going to do for myself? Where am I going to live? What am I going to do for my parents? What am I going to do for my siblings? Right? Don't let it creep up on you. And it has a funny way of creeping up, and then you can't get rid of it. Sometimes if you got to call somebody to distract you from it, do that, right? Because that person could literally be that person of increase for you, and you don't even realize. That person could literally take you out of those negative thoughts just from a different perspective, and you don't even realize, right? That person is going to be able to remind you of who you are. Sometimes we forget who we are. Y'all, we the shit. Excuse my French, right? Sometimes we forget who we are. Sometimes we forget the things that we've done. Sometimes we forget our good because the bad is haunting us, right? But there's just so much that we have to accomplish still. And there's so many things that we've already accomplished that we can carry with us to help us accomplish those new goals, right? We're here for a reason. We're built for this. We in here, right? Whether you're about to be a master trader within this space, whether you're about to be a C500 in this space, we built to be here. We are meant to be here. And if we don't have, we may not have all the skill sets that it takes, right? But that doesn't mean that the skill sets aren't already within this space. We just now got to go and acquire it and go and get it. Go add to our roster. Go add to our list of things that we're able to do. Go add to the things of strengths that we have, right? I'm good with the mindset, but maybe I want to learn how to mark up a chart and show you guys how to mark up a chart, right? Learn to build up your weaknesses and emphasize your strengths, right? Lean towards the people who are within the same space, going through the same things in terms of, where we're trying to go. We have the same mindset. We have the same end goal destination generally within the space, of course, right? Go towards those people. Go towards, your upline, downline, sideline. I don't like using those words, but y'all get what I'm trying to say. Go to your family, talk, grow that relationship. I literally saw, I don't think he's in the chat anymore, but I saw Zay, like 2 days into the business, flooding the chat with mindset in the mornings. I said, nah, who you? Hey, how are you? Welcome to the business. What's up? Morning motivation? Bet. Doesn't matter. Zay is nowhere near my business, guys. It doesn't matter. We're all one family. We're all new wave. We're all victorious if Victorious is in here. I don't think anyone's Victorious is in here, but we all together. We are all one. One band, one sound. Right? It's 11:57. I love you guys so, so much. Y'all go out and kill the day. Put your best foot forward today. Be the best version of you. Hold that head high. Don't let that crown fall. And move with love. I'll talk to y'all soon. Later.